Well, here's a walk around our homestead here. Edge of the front driveway on both sides. We've got some flower beds. Over here we got a butterfly bush and a lily. Some Russian sage, coneflower. There we go. Back off a little bit there. Some more Russian sage coming up pretty good. And a columbine. Some other odds and ends in there too as well. And a stand of grass. There's a ornamental pear tree we planted about 3 years ago I think. And coming along very nicely. On the other side of the driveway we have got a dappled willow. Very pretty plant, sort of a oriental willow bush. It can be trained as a tree. And more Russian sage, coneflowers, Siberian iris. I really like the looks of them. And just some other odds and ends here in the front. Another stand of grass, more Russian sage, coral bell. And just odds and ends, as you can see. Looking on our property to the north, we've got a magnolia tree, a couple more of the pear, the Bradford pear or ornamental pear, up that way, and a few other things. We'll go up by the front. Okay, we put this in about 4 years ago as well, and it's come along real well. We've got oriental lilacs, like a Miss Kim, and just a ground cover juniper. Lilies, odds and ends, that's Tom the cat. Coneflowers, another lilac. We've got a Weigela here. Weeping pussy willow. It's not as tall as we thought it was supposed to get, but I think the top portion broke off there. Some other odds and ends, a burning bush. That thing spent the first 2 years of its life trying to survive, and this year it's probably quadrupled in size. Up there is a birch tree, clump birch I got for my birthday from my daughter and her husband last year. Another clump birch I bought from a mail order place. They couldn't understand why I was upset when I got one tree when it was supposed to be a clump birch. They suggested I cut it off at ground level and see what happened, and I suggested I didn't. On the south side of the garage here, next time Ken from Texas is up, I'm going to have him throw me a sidewalk in. I'd put a post on the website about wanting to have a little bit of a walk back here, a little bit better than walking in the grass. And just a few little odds and ends right here, coming along nicely. Catnip, the cats like that. Makes them act like they've been out on a Saturday night. Back here, a little flower bed, Siberian iris, regular iris, hostas, sage. There is Russian sage in there somewhere. It kind of blends in with the hostas. Mole trap. Does a real good job. Moles don't like it very much. Back here underneath the old mulberry tree, a bunch of hostas. We'll zoom in rather than walk up there. There we go. They turned out pretty nice back there. Back of the house, another Weigela. Marigolds. Nothing will grow back here hardly at all. We put stuff in and it dies about as fast as we put it in. Clay and bad soil actually. Some roses. And who do we have here? Why, it's Romaine. Hello, Romaine. Doing a good job there, Romaine. Keep it up. This was kind of an idea that we had. Put these pots in and then plant flowers inside there and keep them from spreading too bad. Up here on the back porch, trying to attract some hummingbirds. Haven't had any luck with that so far. And it's Romaine again. He's had a rough night out in the town, I guess. Cactuses and some plantings that my wife put in. That is ornamental sage right there. They really do get pretty. Kind of a purple, pink, white, and green color. and just a planter that my wife has got going. And if you look back here underneath that tree right there, that's where the water runs when it comes from across the street. It comes right straight down this way, right over here by these trees, up near the house, never gets to it, and off to the creek that way. And I have every intention of doing some groundwork this year and getting that fixed. Here is a birdhouse my son built for me for Christmas, and really like it. I don't think has got any residents at the present time. We'll take a good close look. Kind of resembles our house there. So we really like that. It's kind of nice. And we'll take a look at some, oh, my wife put some impatiens around the bottom there. Hopefully they don't flood out this year and they grow nicely. Here's my shed where we keep the mowers. I think there's 8 lawn boys in there. If there's not, it's because one's in the garage. 2 John Deeres and another other assortment of miscellaneous items. And we got bleeding heart, Burberry, all sorts of different things in here. Cone flowers. We've got lilies, more lilies, blanket flowers. You name it, we got it in here. All sorts of stuff. There's some trees like Rose of Sharon, etc. Oh, hey, these are coming along pretty nice. The clematis, they don't like to grow very well. They like to grow out and into the sunlight. They're on the west side of the building, so they don't grow too good in the morning. They go away from the away from the twine. This used to be a garden, and with the water coming down like it does, it was generally flooded out every year. So we did away with this and moved it up top of the hill where the birds are keeping watch up there. That's our garden up there. 4 tomato plants, peppers, and a few other odds and ends. Right here is another little flower garden we got. Just miscellaneous. Ornamental grasses, roses of Sharon, just all sorts of odds and ends. I'm sure there's some weeds in there. And hollyhocks, you name it, we've got it. Hopefully they'll survive and take off. Up here underneath the trees up here, we planted a new pine tree. One of the larger ones died, and we put in a new one. Seems to be going to survive this year. It's going to make it, it looks like. We've got hostas. We've got lilies, columbines. I really like the columbine. Other assortments of odds and ends under there. Astilbes, more columbines, lavenders, coneflowers, weeds in general, and hopefully it'll take off and the good flowers will choke out the bad. If not, I'll pretend like I'm trying to cultivate them. And over here is another one we've got. Had another tree die last year, so my wife and I cut it down last summer. And we put wildflowers around here. The majority of this green is flowers. Gladiolas in the back, lilies in the front, all sorts of columbines and all sorts of hollyhocks and that. So we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. Should be an absolute ton of marigolds in here. We did the marigolds last year, picked the seeds and spread them around here. So that's a walk around the premises there. Oh, one more thing to show you. Okay, and this right here is a gooseberry bush. It's they come out about the size of grapes. Actually looks like I've got some on there. They'll get about twice as big as this. And where is it? There it is right there. Get about twice that size. They will turn dark. They're very, very bitter and tart, and when you put enough sugar on them, they make an excellent pie. And there is some lilacs that we got from my mom's place. After she died, we went and were able to get some of the flowers to start there. And that's just about it down here.